Hello everybody, this is toysareruss, and for this special Takara Masterpiece figure showcase and review, we're going to be looking at MPG2, which is Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. So in this video, we're going to unbox him in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We're going to compare him for a bit of fun to the mainline Shattered Glass version of him. And as I believe this is a straight up redeco with slight retools on some of the parts of MP44, we can of course do a comparison with him as well. Now, as I quickly move him out of the way, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please. And also to thank showz, because that's where this came from. And as you can see, they got him to me quickly and safely. So the packaging, as you would expect for a Takara box, is beautiful. It's nice and thick protective cardboard, lovely sheen to it. That's metallic on there, which looks great. And of course, this is just going to be the cab, so there's no trailer around at all. We can see that we've still got the energon axe, the matrix, and these other accessories here. And of course, it does feel quite weighty because there's quite a bit of die cast in this figure. So I think he comes in alternate mode, which is how we're going to start off with the video. We'll have a look at that, have a look at the details, and then of course we will come back and have a look at him in his robot mode and do the main sort of comparisons. So let's slide him out of here, and it still surprises me how big that actually is. It really is big, and it really is kind of weighty. Right, what I need to do though is set him free from there and come right back to you. Okay, so I've set him free from the packaging, and again, this thing still sort of surprises me, just the weight in it. It is really, really heavy. What we need to do, of course, is pull these wing mirrors out like so. There you can see the detail for the shattered glass, and if I remember from the images there, it says "till all are gone," which I think is just a brilliant little thing to put on it. That will be protecting what I believe probably to be the head when we get him into robot mode. The tires are they rubber? Yes, they are rubber. They are all, of course, individually pinned. We do, of course, have chrome, which we definitely should have for a masterpiece, I suppose, priced figure. Now, the accessories that he comes with, of course, is his energon axe, a blast effect, which is pretty much the same as the Jinrai ones. He's also got the matrix, which is just normal by the looks of it. That also feels like die cast. We've got another head, which we'll be able to have a look at in more detail later. And, of course, we've got his ion blaster, which fits via this slot here. So you fold the blaster up and then you slide this on, and it sits in position there like so. So yeah, again, unfortunately guys, I don't have too many masterpiece sort of scale figures, but this really is a big figure. That's of course your Earthrise Voyager class cab, which you can see there is a big size to it. I've got an Ocular Max groove there, which again, I know it's big for a motorbike, but this guy is much bigger and much more heavier. And then just very quickly, just for a bit of fun, we've got a generation 1 cab as well, which you can see is of course nowhere near as big as this particular thing. Now, as I say, this I believe is the third use of this mold already. We had, of course, the cartoon edition, or the normal one, shall we say. I've got the toy one, and as you can see, this is the shattered glass. This also doesn't have to stay there. The smokestacks are, they're not chrome, they don't, well, sorry, they are chrome rather. They don't feel like die cast, they do feel like plastic. The back is okay, but again, remember this did used to have, the original mold had a trailer which would cover up most of this. And in honesty, I'm not looking forward to getting him into robot mode, because anybody who knows anything about this particular mold will know that the transformation process is not great. And if you're not familiar with this particular mold, there is the start of it, and there is some more of it, all of that there, and there is another 2 full fold out pages of it. So with that said and done, let's have a quick look at this collector's card, and then I'm going to do my very best to now get him into robot mode to do some proper comparisons for you. So let's have a look at that. Okay, then we're back, and as you can see, he's in his, even though it's a bit of a pain in the bum, let's be honest, to get him into robot mode, it is a stunning looking robot. I really do like it, and I just like the whole sort of shattered glass concept, in all honesty. I think it just tends to really work. So if we have a quick look at the features on him, I think it's only fair that we have a look at the articulation, and as you'd expect, and especially with the price point, it is very articulate. The head itself will spin around, it will look up and down, no problem. You can even lift this little part on the back of the neck up as well if you wanted to, just to give it a little bit more of a lift without it looking too much like Transformation Process. We'll change the head in a bit as well. The arms will go out to the side, full T's, no problem whatsoever. They will spin around, you can hear, on lice and easy free flowing ratchets. There is a swivel at the shoulder, there is a bicep flexion. I think it actually might be 2 points of the bicep. No, it isn't, it's just that. There is the wrist, which will spin all the way around, you can see on its own hinge. The thumb as well has one, and the fingers and index finger also have one as well. So again, as articulate as you come for the hands and for able to grip things. There is of course an ab crunch, which is exactly what you would expect, and a figure again at this price point and with it being a masterpiece. Now the hip skirt, you can see, can come right out at the side, again just past the point of splits if you needed to. Same again at the front, you can kick this forward. Now you saw then I made a mistake, I tried to move that by itself. It sort of does, but it moves with the whole leg. So again, don't make sure that you're not trying what I did to pull it up, because you probably end up snapping it, which won't do it any good. That one you can move manually, the side one you can move manually, but yeah, the front one moves with the leg, so be aware of that. Thigh swivel at the top, knee bend, huge knee bend. In fact, you can go all the way back with the fact that this will move, and this part there over the kneecap will actually move as well. And again, you can hear the ratchets clicking, clunking away. I'm going to quickly just get into balance. He's balancing pretty well there, to be honest. Let's have a quick look at the legs and the feet. So again, you've got a tilt, you've got the toe tap, you've got the heel movement, everything. There is, as you'd expect, as I say, I don't think there's anything missing from that at all. Oh, of course, I didn't do the waist swivel, did I? So maybe there is something that's missing. I can't remember if there's a waist rotation. Now I've said that, there's got to be some form of waist rotation surely, but again, I'm just super paranoid with this. Let me just bring in, I say mine, that's the reason why I'm saying that. Oh, there's movement, but not all the way around by the looks of it. I say mine, yes, as I say, this has been very kindly lent to me by a subscriber, Aaron, thank you very much. Right, so let me just stand him up straight. Now what's really crazy is that the windows have been turned around, as in from when they were in the truck mode. So what I mean by that is when it was in the truck mode, it was the other way around, with this of course on the outside. The reason why I'm opening this up, of course, is to show you the matrix chamber. I'm going to pull everything down by the looks of this. Need to open this up, that will fit in there. The matrix we had a brief look at earlier, that is definitely die cast, and it looks like it's going to fit into there, no issues. You can close it up like it's not even there, and that will cover that up really nice as well. Right, while we're there, let's just go up a teensy bit higher. Thankfully enough, the head is easy enough to pull off, just as simple as that. So now we've got the really severely battle damaged head there, which again I would imagine, I'm saying I would imagine, but by the looks of it I need to right, I do need to do, oh no, do I, don't I? It looks like I need to take this back bit. Oh, there you go. It was as simple as that. I had visions of the fact that I thought I had to take out some of the screws, but I don't. You've just seen that. I've just worked that out literally as I was doing it. So I don't know what I prefer, to be honest. I think it looks crazy enough that it doesn't really need that. Now, of course, while I've still got it at this sort of height, let's just come down just a fraction. Here's his ion blaster, of course, that we've folded up for the truck mode. So again, I'm imagining that that's going to be, yeah, pretty much, which you can see there. Let's have a quick look. Yes, that's your industry standard masterpiece connector. So what I mean by that is it doesn't really matter about whether you're gripping it with the fingers or the hands. You can just push that in and it will fit in to the cutout, into the actual palm of the hand, and then you just fold the fingers around like so. So let's bring that around. There we go. That holds there, no problem whatsoever. I'm useless at posing, I do apologize. Here's the blast effect, which is definitely one of the green ones, which was used in with Jinrai, to be fair. And again, this is the other thing that's crazy, guys. This figure itself is so much bigger than Jinrai, and indeed I think, there you go, there is Jinrai, which of course was one of the newer MPGs. He stacks up, they're just totally different, and I think, I don't know if I like, I'm going to be, from speaking from myself, I'm preferring these, not the size. I think the size is a bit small, but I'm liking the fact that perhaps the way they're looking at it is not going for ridiculous overly complicated sort of transformation processes. The problem that you've got though is you can't argue that this looks beautiful. It does look beautiful. This looks beautiful, and the normal the normal cartoon deco looks absolutely beautiful. But when they, and this is the case with most things, especially X-Transbots are notoriously the worst from my opinion. Just over-engineer them, all the crazy folding panels and stuff that in honesty I don't think that you really need. Let's have a quick look at this. I've got to work out how to attach this. Does this roll around or something come out? It must do. Something's got to fold out of this. But yeah, as I was saying, so I think that's it. That's the way it looks like they're going with this new MPG toy lineup, because they're doing the stylized Optimus Prime next. And I can't see. I'm gonna have to check the instructions, guys, what to do with this. Bear with me a second. Okay, so I have just had a quick check, and I'm glad I did, to be fair, because it's only going to work on the one hand. So what you literally do is you pull the hand off like so. Let's take the gun out first and foremost, and let's pull the hand off. You've got this little clip that can you make out there? There's a teeny little clip, whoops, at the end of that. And then this should, he says should, and hopes, without any hiccups, will grip. Yes, it did. Fantastic. It will grip straight around there, and that is how you change that. So that actually was in the instructions. I'm really pleased with that, to be fair. So I suppose it depends with this particular figure. It's, do I need it? Do I really want it? I mean, for you guys, if you like shattered glass, just as I say, there's just something really special for me that just works with shattered glass. It's probably strange because just seeing, you know, the logos, etc., in the different colours and all that. So there, of course, as we've already seen, is the toy deco. There is no different apart from the head and that, and of course the till all are gone. It is still a very big masterpiece figure compared to some of the others. So, and it's funny enough, I've got the shattered glass Jetfire on the way for a review as well. But I don't really think there's much more to say about him. I think the only point that I was sort of labouring on about the new MPGs, etc., is that if they're going to make figures this sort of size, this sort of stature, with slightly simpler transformation processes, then I'm basically all for it, because as long as they still look as good as what this guy looks, that's basically, to me anyway, all that really matters. Right, very quickly, just because he's at the side as well, so yeah, he still towers above Soundwave, which he should. And I think I'll just bring in very quickly, just for everybody else, a few other Optimus Primes, just to give you an idea of his size and scale. Yes, guys, these aren't supposed to scale together. It's just, as I always say, most people tend to have at least one Optimus Prime figure, so this will give you an idea of how big he is. And that is definitely where I'm going to cut this off now. I think it's great. It is just that particular mold. It isn't cheap. It depends, as I say, what your budget, etc. is. But I wonder now if this could be the case of more to come. We already know we're getting shattered glass Jetfire. Again, I suppose it's just a great excuse for them to get all the old molds out again, and indeed give us shattered glass versions. Let me know what you think of him in the comments anyway, guys. Take care.